How can we sum up in 3 minutes the importance of the conference that it is taking place today? However, I'll try to do my best. So, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, and I might even say friends, I have met a few of you already in my previous 3 years of work here at the United Nations as Director of the Division for Social Policy and Development, within which there is also the focal point on disability for the whole United Nations system. I would like to thank our co-sponsors, that is the Permanent Mission of Australia, Brazil, India, Japan and Poland, as well as UNICEF, WHO, the Down Syndrome International and the International Disability Alliance for organizing this year's World Down Syndrome Day under the theme of health and well-being, access and equality for all. And I would like to underline for all. I have to say that my division aims to further social integration, particularly in relation to groups that are often left out, such as persons with disabilities, including those who have Down syndrome. And I would like to talk today about a very important thing that is leading by example, that is showing to ourselves, first of all, and to the remaining part of the society, that from being considered, me included since I have a disability, vulnerable groups of the society, then we have to demonstrate to ourselves and to the remaining part of the society who still has some misconceptions and stereotypes that on the contrary, we are resourceful groups of the society, from vulnerable to resourceful. And for this, I would like to give you an example of how we can become from vulnerable to a resource of the society. I would like to share with you very briefly a story of a young lady whom I met last year, whose name is Ashley. And she's sitting here with us. At 11, Ashley, who has Down syndrome, decided to be a swimmer and won more than 40 medals by the age of 13. 13 or 30?
30.
30. After competing for medals and besides being a singer and also a public speaker, Ashley thought it would be fun. Because you see, we also have to remember about fun. Education, employment, rehabilitation, and all of these things are important. But where is the fun? Well, she thought it could be fun to design clothes. Well, me as an Italian, you can imagine, I was fascinated by this. Italians love fashion. So Ashley thought it would be fun, as I said, to design clothes. So she started her own clothing line called Ashley by Design. And she worked together with fashion designers, etc. She will tell her story later on. Would you be interested in? Yet, Ashley also wanted to engage in charitable work and founded her own foundation. The foundation is dedicated to education, advancement, and quality of life of children and adults with a Down syndrome. And the foundation has also other objectives. What I'm trying to say here is that this is a very uplifting story, and our responsibility at the United Nations is to facilitate all Ashleys to reach their goals and objectives in life. So to enable all Ashleys to do what they want and to have full access to health services becomes therefore important. No health, in Latin we used to say, mens sana in corpore sano. It means a healthy mind in a healthy body and vice versa. So health is very important then to achieve the objectives that we have in our minds, as much as possible, of course. So to achieve all of this, my division assists governments in delivering on commitments made at global level and at the high-level meeting on disability and development that was held last year, member states committed themselves to address health concerns of persons with disabilities, which includes also, of course, people who have the Down syndrome. It underlines the right to health and their enjoyment of the highest attainable standard of health, ensuring that they have equal access to primary and specialized healthcare services is critical. The emerging post-2015 Global Development Agenda offers, in my view, an historic opportunity for the international community to tackle inequality and ensure equity in access to health services. Member states will send a strong message demonstrating their resolve to remove barriers for persons with disabilities and Down syndrome. We are determined to take concrete action to implement the outcome document of the high-level meeting on disability and development. And I look forward to working together with all our partners present here today and around the world to achieve this objective. Thank you.